114 people are confirmed dead in Hawaii, and nearly 1,000 people are still missing, many of them children. The death toll here could be close to Hurricane Katrina levels, but the incompetence could be worse. Maui never set off their emergency sirens because they said the sirens would confuse people. The director of Maui's emergency management system forced to resign. Joe Biden waited 5 days to speak publicly about the Hawaiian wildfires. He relaxed at the beach, said he had no comment. This was the exact same way he handled the Afghanistan evacuation, where he waited 6 days to say anything, and then he congratulated himself. Joe Biden's not going to be with the people of Hawaii because Joe Biden doesn't want to investigate why the fires started in Hawaii. Joe Biden wants to cover up the truth about the Hawaii fires. Biden just wants to throw money at the island and blame climate change like the governor. Down power lines ignited the terrain. And the worst part of it all, the firefighters didn't have enough water.
And this is what I've been told. The number's going to be way higher. All of those guys said that reluctantly to me. They didn't want to put numbers on it. They saw many, many bodies. Now I want you to know that as well when I tell you this. There were a lot of children that were sent home from school that day. We need to find out what happened to all those kids. I will say, in all of my days over there this past week, having talked to a lot of people, you don't hear people saying, I still can't find this person or I still can't find that person. There's not a great outcry of a missing child or a missing cousin. That does exist, but I'm just telling you, if the numbers are in the 500 to 1,000, I would have thought I would have heard that more. So that does leave me with one last potentiality, which is entire families are gone. Entire groups of people who could not escape and no one left to say, where is my cousin, where is my uncle, where is my child? I do think, and I am concerned, it's going to be a story that gets worse before it ever looks better. It's tragic.
Here are the other big questions that we have here on this show. Number one, what happened to the children? As of this hour, 2,000 children are missing. That's no small number. Sources I'm speaking with say that it's likely, highly likely, that many of these children have been taken off, sold off in child trafficking rings.
What?
This is textbook studies in disaster zones, war zones. As Tim Ballard on our show, of course, who Jim Caviezel played in the great movie The Sound of Freedom, says, disaster zones are the number one place where sex exploitation and child traffickers go in and exploit. Children are captured, sold off on the black market. Parents aren't around. Something's happened to the parents. This is a perfect opportunity. This happens all the time. This is not new. This is not something that we're making up. The number one way that children are captured is after a disaster. Wars, hurricanes, typhoons, earthquakes. Just look at Indonesia, look at Ukraine. This is exactly what's happening. Might be uncomfortable to talk about, but it's true. And according to EV News today, the situation has been further inflamed by accusations downplaying the high number of child victims to protect the Biden administration and local Democrats. Over 2,000 children from Lahaina's public schools remain unaccounted for. Unaccounted for. The official death number still sits at 115 people dead. The number hasn't moved. That number is fishy at best, criminal at worst, actually, and the number of missing doesn't actually add up. Right now, it's 388 missing, which is a total lie. Even CBS News, New York Magazine also saying this number doesn't make sense and questioning these official numbers that we're getting. At least 1,100 people, and that the FBI even revised their numbers to match, jumped up hundreds when they revised their own list. What's going on here? So other reports have it over 2,000. But they're sticking with their 388 number. And New York Magazine asks, why are hundreds of people still missing on Maui?
Yeah. So those kids should be in school, yeah.
They should be in school, and the schools have them unaccounted for. Over 2,000 of them. We don't know where they are. So where are these missing children of Maui? We'd like some answers. We'd love for the governor to help us. We'd love for officials on the ground there, the sheriff's office and others, to tell us, but we can't get answers. People are being kept from getting information, and homeowners are being arrested now if they attempt to go to their house to see if their home is there. Weeks after the fires, here's the Washington Post reports, most residents are blocked from access to Lahaina homes. They can't get there. In fact, today, being handed permission slips if they're able to go. Blue permission slips on their way to try to get back home, if they're lucky, if the sheriff's department will let them. Sources are telling me today that cell service is almost non-existent in this area, spotty at best. Government was supposed to bring in those Starlink systems. They were promising to try to get some of the Starlink systems, but that hasn't happened. To even try to get some, WhatsApp phone calls or like FaceTime audio phone calls, using internet service to make phone calls with family members and others, or just to get some information out there, they can't. And people are scared to leave their homes. People who still have homes are holed up and not wanting to leave. And now, over the past few days, a large amount of black fencing is being erected to block out the viewpoint into the fire zone along the highway. This is just what the fence looks like here. It's not enough to just have it be a barrier. It's got to be Opaque and taller than me. But of course, they're saying that this is 300,000 feet of linear dust screening. That's all it is. Don't worry about it. It's just for dust. And they got $3 million in emergency funding to put this out there. And now this morning, on top of that, drones are now banned. So if you want to fly a drone over this area, good luck. Initial drone footage kind of came out, but at the time, but now you're not allowed to do it anymore. Officials have now outlawed drones. According to independent journalist Jeff Cygnus, who tried to do this, if you're on public property, you're no longer allowed to use drones. Public property, you can't use it. Cygnus also is reporting that unmarked police cars have been showing up, standing guard around the perimeter. So if you even stop your car, you're going to be told to get back in the car and go. So these unmarked police cars with no, Hawaiian information on them at all, popping up all over the place and being told to stay away, blocking the perimeter of this. He says the National Guard told him to get back in his car, keep moving. And it's amazing that we can, by the way, deploy the National Guard to Lahaina, but not to the southern border. Just think about that for a second. So listen to his discussion about this wall. Watch.
There seems to be a huge emphasis on ensuring that the media and anyone else can't see what's going on here in Lahaina, West Maui. There are miles and miles of this black fence going up that was not here before, that is obscuring ground zero and making sure no one can see what's going on inside of there from the road. No one can get in there. No one can take any pictures. And then I've also seen these weird foreign police cars showing up, these special police, I'm not sure what to call them. This is a Nissan, but there's quite a large presence of these standing guard around the perimeter. We've also lost our ability to fly drones really anywhere near this area. Now, this 20-second clip here that I tried to get out of my car and show what was going on, I was almost immediately, after these 20 seconds, National Guard came, chased me off, yelled at me, told me to get back in my car and keep moving. So you cannot pull over. You can't even stop your car anywhere near any of this anymore.
Where are the children? Where are the children? Where are the children? Where are the children? It's the only thing I can think about all day long, although if there is ever a message that you should listen to very carefully and share 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 and break the internet over, it's over the children of Lahaina. We just had that movie come out, The Sound of Freedom, Jim Caviezel, shining a light on issues we have going on around the world with children. We have missing children for the last, 23 days? Where's the outcry? Are you guys alive? Are you guys out there? Or is this just is it all bots? I'm just living in this fantasy land, you aren't really people. Because we have a lot of missing children on this island, and I don't see any kind of outcry. I don't see anything going on. As a matter of fact, I listened to the mayor's message tonight. I was on Facebook. Go listen to it. I don't think he said anything about the children. I was waiting for the update.